the racing weekend is over. I must tell you this: the McLaren came in very strong this weekend. I mean, they dominated the free practice, and yeah, mostly the free practice. Not until, of course, Messi had to tell them that look, we are the ones in charge, and we see Kimi Antonelli taking the pole position and going ahead to win the Japanese Grand Prix. So, like I said in my previous video, Mercedes has built a rocket for their drivers, and they are really utilizing this in the race. But what I didn't really say was Kimi Antonelli overshadowing George Russell, his partner in Mercedes. Now, this is the second consecutive race that Kimi Antonelli is going to be winning for the Mercedes team, and also for in his career. It's really beautiful to see. I mean, I'm really proud of that kid, being that this is his second year racing for Formula One. And of course, Mercedes are able to, utilize or optimize on the new FIA regulation, which doesn't really benefit most teams, but somehow Mercedes are just able to create magic with these regulations and put it in their car and make their car deliver. But McLaren were actually showing a little bit of threat during the weekend, but didn't really happen. It didn't. Mercedes really dusted them, outclassed them, and yeah, we see Kim Antonelli winning the Japanese Grand Prix, and Oscar Piastri of the McLaren team taking the second position, followed by Charles Leclerc at the third. While Kim Antonelli's partner, that is George Russell, coming in at fourth position, then Lewis Hamilton at the fifth position. Well, it's a Japanese Grand Prix. It's really beautiful to see, especially the competitive drive between Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. Both of them, Scuderia Ferrari drivers. I mean, they really gave their all. Well, it's racing, things happen. One other driver I have to actually talk about is Oli Behrman, who had a very big crash today with his car. Thank God he came out, even though he was leaping, but he came out unhurt. It wasn't that serious, and there was no broken bones, but the crash was so bad. At the point I felt that, this would really be serious. But to see him come out of the car unhurt and feel better, feel good, and even him having to come out to say he feels okay. I mean, it's really good. It tells you the safety that Formula One has put in this business to ensure that the drivers are safe, and so I mean, it's good. We keep learning, and regarding this race, of course, we are going to learn what really happened with Oliver Bierman, and to see how Formula One are actually going to see how they can avoid this type of crash in coming races, and yeah. So why it was actually bad for Oliver Bierman, his partner, that is Esteban Ocon, scored a point for their team. I mean, I'm not really sure Haas was expecting this, but Esteban Ocon delivered, and yeah, I mean, it wasn't a waste. Their purpose in Japan was a bit fruitful, so they can actually celebrate that point and not look at the bad side of Oliver Bierman having that crash. So it was really a good one. It was a race I really enjoyed, one that I really want to see. Unfortunately, we are not going to have any race in April, like I said, due to the crisis in the Middle East, because we're supposed to have the Saudi Arabian and the Bahrain Grand Prix this April, but that is no longer going to happen. I mean, maybe we don't know if we are going to see this during the course of the year, but in the month of April, there's no race. So drivers are going to rest. Teams are actually going to take a further look on the things that needs to be learned on, especially this new, I keep on saying this new FI regulations regarding the electric motor being paired, with the internal combustion engines. It's actually been a hassle for teams, and yeah, this actually brings some level of, this back and forth between teams and FIA, and the teams actually seeing if actually hoping and wishing that the FIA will be able to regulate or see into this year regulation to see how it benefits teams more. So, I mean, I'm watching, I'm hopeful. Anything that makes Formula One better, I'm always there. And yeah, as usual, I'll keep giving you the updates. So for the rest of April, we are not going to experience or see any Formula One movement. However, I'll be here with you to give you updates on what has transpired in the Formula One world. Cheers.